That is the way we get things started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, you should have been hearing things. That's not on my end. I know for a fact that was playing. Hi, Configuration Queen. Good to see you. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is as excited as I am for what is going to be happening here. Yeah, there was music, though, going on during that video. I hope everyone else heard the music. It was, I'm pretty sure it was running on my end, I think. Please, I hope so. But it is a great pleasure to welcome everybody to day 4. Okay, cool. Thanks, Triffid. I just want to make sure. Welcome to day 4 of ArvCon 2024. It is good to see everyone or hear everyone and see everyone in the chat, and it's great as we are continuing and finishing up today ArvCon 2024 to raise money for the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. Let me just transition over here. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you all. Welcome. And yes, we are here with 2 events today. Now, I have a couple of announcements that I have to make about that. The first is that we are now only $860 shy of our $5,000 goal. You can see that blue bar over there is very, very close to the top. And so we need to bring it over the rest of the way during the course of today's festivities, which is, I'm very excited that we did as well as we have so far, and very excited to have these things going on. Now, I do have one unfortunate announcement, which is that the Dune premiere this afternoon is not going to be happening, and it's the same reason that we couldn't do it before, and that is that unfortunately Johnny Pittman is not able to do it at the moment. He is in too much pain. He threw out his back on Saturday, and that puts us behind the 8 ball a little bit because we had a premiere all scheduled and ready to go. The Dune premiere is still happening. The Dune campaign is still happening on this campaign, but he cannot GM it today, unfortunately. So the 2 things happening today actually are rescheduled / changed around as a result of this effect. So that's okay. These things happen. We have to roll with the punches. So the Star Wars one-shot that you were about to see, as I will introduce you folks to in just a moment, is going to feature a new GM, a replacement fill-in GM. And over the next little bit, I've already started speaking to people about alternatives, and I will have some alternative ready for you folks by the time we get to the end of the Scientist one-shot game in a little bit. So the Dune campaign is happening on this channel. It's just unfortunate we can't do the Dune premiere today. Obviously, we wish Johnny the best and want him to get better soon. So, which I'm sure will happen, very soon, I imagine. But in the meantime, he sends his apologies and he can't do it today. So we will do a little bit of scrambling. We managed to make this work the other day. But the key here is we're still going to have a lot of fun, a lot of entertaining time today on Monday as we, it's Memorial Day, by the way. Happy Memorial Day to people in the United States. But otherwise, we're here for Damon Runyon. Again, !donate is the way to do this. And I have explained to the players and the GM of what I'm about to introduce you to that I am happy for them to use donations as ways to get things happening within the chat, to get things going. So please, donate. Infinity and Beyond. Yeah, well, Infinity and Beyond did actually. I basically said that they did break the expedition. That's more or less what they did. So, and those by the way, those inspirations definitely came into serious play. So, thank you. I think we used all of them at the end. It was very much needed for Infinity and Beyond. All right, so !donate will get you to that link again. Right now, remember, we still have the top donor prizes going out to people at the moment. Hillness is in first place. He is in first to win this. I'm going to go in reverse order this time, which is our top donor prize. That is this incredible image from Drew the Damager, this incredible photo of the night starry sky with that graffiti-covered tower in the front. It's a very striking image. It's very cool. And you'll be able to see you can hang this right in the background. Right now, that is Hillness. Hillness is in the lead with 436.90. Jennifer Brozek right now is in second place for this Prince Justin's amazing also metal photograph, suitable for leaning on your desk or otherwise putting this back and then framing it and hanging it. Either way, this is a really, really striking image. And so this also is available for the second top donor. That right now is $368.47 is Jennifer Brozek. In third, we have definitely not Bruce. And right now, definitely not Bruce, who is definitely not undeveloped Bruce, is in line for this D&D prize pack, which is Candlekeep Mysteries, plus keys from the Golden Vault, and this official set of dice. That's to the third top donor. John Helfers is right behind at 276.63, and Dragon Spear right behind John at 224, and then everyone else has donated quite a bit. So again, don't ever feel like you are required to donate to make something like this happen, but if you can, and if you're capable of doing so, consider that those donor awards are there, and we will have more giveaways, of course, as we hit this over time as well. So what kind of dice was it that Classicor won? I don't honestly remember because I'm not coordinating those. It is, hey, what's up, Prince Justin? Because it is the incredible mods, including Triffity Mats, and Prince Justin and Emily the Invincible and Hillness and Drew and others who have been coordinating that thing behind the scenes. In particular, Triffid has been doing just incredible work all this weekend because, you know, she's amazing. So, I don't actually know who won what. I'm not actually going to know that until afterwards because I'm too busy running stuff up front, and you know, trying to re-coordinate games and things like that as we go through. So, but now the time has come for us to get people started because we're ready to go. I am very excited for this. I think this is going to be really fun, and I think you could not have a better person in place to be able to do this. So remember, donate early, donate often, okay? Let's really make this happen. We're only 860 away. Let's please get us the rest of the way over the line. Okay, I'm going to unmute myself, and I'm going to apologize for interrupting folks because I can't hear what they're saying. And then I'm going to unmute them.
Okay, dude, whatever.
And then I'm going to unmute them. And last, I'm going to transition over to reveal the crew. You can see they are here. They're real. My image has disappeared and only my voice remains. But the four that you see in front of you are going to be here. That QR code, by the way, on the right of the overlay, I will fix. That'll be addressed momentarily. But you can scan that QR code, so you know, to donate to the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, which again is sitting at 4140, 860 away. Boy, would I love it if during the Scientists from Damon Runyon game, we actually pass that goal. That would feel very, very fitting, I think, in all sorts of ways. So it's my great pleasure to introduce the group of scientists and, of course, our GM. And I want to give special thanks to my friend John, who is jumping in to do this at literally, at almost, not quite literally, but very close to last minute. I'm very grateful to John for doing this. And yeah, Echo, it's Baby Ilarion. Okay, that was another world, okay? It was another universe. And, you know, but anyway, I'm very excited for this. So with no further ado, I'm going to hand things over to John and the scientist for introductions and to explain the game. And I'm going to shut up and fix an overlay.
Okay, thanks, Arv, very much. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to day 4. Here, trying to get the chat up and running. Here we go. Okay. Okay, yeah, yes, Echo, Baby Elrond was a completely different world. We are playing in the Star Wars role-playing universe, and I'm very pleased to be GMing for these renowned scientists. If you folks can give yourselves a quick introduction, we'll start with Hari, please, and just go kind of down the row.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Hari, and that's the real life intro, right?
Yes. So what you do, how you're associated with the Damon Runyon Foundation, that kind of.
Great. Yeah, I'm a physicist by training, and I study the immune system, and I work on how to teach our immune system to fight cancer so that we can make cool cancer vaccines for the future.
That is awesome. Thank you very much. Sukrit?
Hi, everyone. I'm Sukrit. I'm a Damon Runyon Quantitative Biology Fellow at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York City. I'm a biophysicist by training and study how mutations cause cancer targets to resist their therapeutics and cause drug resistance as a whole, and how we can model that using the atomic details.
Wow. Fantastic. And finally, last but certainly not least, Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a Damon Runyon Fellow working at Harvard Medical School, and I am an evolutionary and developmental biologist. I use differences between the genes between different animals and how they've evolved to understand how different genetic mutations change things, and that gives us insight into genetic diseases, including cancer.
Awesome. Thank you very much, folks. Now, forget all your scientific training because we're entering Star Wars. So this is the Star Wars role-playing game. It's a very simple D6 system, and without further ado, we're just going to kind of dive right in. So this adventure is called Starfall. It is a older first edition adventure that we have modified for the time frame. So we're just going to get going, and I'm going to start by reading. This is kind of the intro to the adventure and kind of set you up as to where you are and what's going on. We start with a classic screen crawl a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. A group of rebel agents has been assigned to accompany the great engineer Walix Blissex, designer of the Victory-class Star Destroyer, who has since turned to the Alliance, to the Quen space station. Blissex, now a respected member of the Alliance, received a message from his son-in-law, Imperial Governor Den Wessex, claiming that the engineer's daughter is near death. Even though it appeared to be a fairly obvious trap, Blissex could not pass up this last chance to reconcile with his daughter. Whether Lyra Wessex, who designed the Imperial-class Star Destroyer based on her father's previous work, is truly dying or not, seems inconsequential because upon reaching Quen, Walix and his rebel escorts, that's you, were captured and placed in the custody of Captain Koloff, commander of the VSD subjugator. So you are on a Star Destroyer. Now trapped within the detention block of the powerful ship, the rebels have little hope of escape. They can only wait for the eventual return of their captors and the terrible interrogator droid that is sure to accompany them. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, that's where you start. You're literally all in a featureless gray cell. Think of the one that Princess Leia was in the first movie, in episode 4. Just nothing there. You have no equipment. Even the droid, if you had anything on you, it was removed. You're pretty much, as a matter of fact, you have a restraining bolt on you that limits your movement right now, Hannah. I mean, you can still move and stuff, but you can't take like any offensive actions against like any Imperial people. So yeah, you've been trapped here. You don't know where Wessex is. You assume he's in the detention block here with you, but he's been kept in a separate cell. And so you've kind of been biding your time, waiting basically for, yeah, like it said, the next round of interrogations because they want to know what you know. However, this time has no meaning here because they don't give you a clock or anything. But as you're just kind of waiting, a deafening explosion rocks the giant ship, knocking you and your friends to the cell floor. More explosions follow, violently shaking the ship back and forth. And this is, you know how big Star Destroyers are, so whatever's happened has been like huge. Somewhere close by, you hear the terrible sound of metal scraping metal, the tearing of plastisteel walls, and the hissing of escaping atmosphere. The floor of your cell lurches wildly, and a battle alert klaxon rings out. Then the lights cut off, and you're plunged into total darkness. So, what do people wish to do?
I feel like ED8 probably has some sort of light source.
Your eyes glow, but it's enough for you to see, but it's not really enough. It's not like a flashlight beam. So
Okay,
first thing folks might want to do is kind of look around. I need, let's use a perception roll from everyone. Let's see. And actually, we're going to default, I think, to, no, we have a perception score, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone make a perception score at the very easy range, which is a 5. You just need to get a 5 on your dice.
So do we roll? It says roll for perception 4D. Does that mean roll 4d6?
Correct. You are correct. Everything is a D6. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Secret Hannah. Very easy. Hari. Good perception, Hari. 2D. Okay. Hari needs to roll 2d6 for perception, not 1d6. You need to add another d6 to that.
Just a second. I'm just doing that.
There you go. Yes. Okay. Okay. And everyone. All right. I'm not going to worry about my guy. He'll just assume. Okay. So you're able to kind of get back to your feet a little unsteadily and move to the door. And let's see. You can. Got that. Actually, yes. Hannah, you realize that the magnetic seal. Your droid realizes, Eddie realizes the magnetic seal to the door has been broken, allowing you to possibly physically open it. However, it is a sturdy door. Yeah.
The magnetic seal seems to have been broken. We can move the door.
Okay. So that's going to be a strength roll. However, due to the tightness of the cell, no more than two of the characters can work together to try to open the door. So who's going to do it?
Strength. I can help. It looks like I'm pretty strong.
Looks like you're good at demolitions, so go for
Yeah,
it.
also that might be more dangerous in a tight cell to start. As tempted as I am.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So
I have
Kodo
to
has
admit, my
volunteered.
talents lie elsewhere.
Right.
What about a vibro knife? Does that help?
Well, unfortunately, you don't have any equipment on you.
Oh,
You're going to
that's
have to,
right.
yeah. You just have basically your own bodies. So yeah. So
So
it looks like Kodo is going to do it himself unless someone wants to join him.
I can
Well, I will.
don't everyone jump at once.
I am happy to
I
help my
think Eddie
comrade.
should go ahead.
Okay. All right. So Eddie and Kodo are going to do that. So both of you make a strength check.
So 3d6 plus 2.
This may have been a terrible idea, but I want to help my fellow comrades.
Oh, okay. All right. Unfortunately, you did not make the check. The door like shifts a little bit, but it just doesn't mean you don't quite have enough to do it. Dryce, the rebel soldier with you, says, you know what, Kodo, let's you and me give that a shot. And let's give it one more try. This is going to move it up even higher. So make your strength roll again, and I'll add mine to yours.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
3d6.
All right. So go ahead. He kind of politely moves Eddie aside. Okay. Oh. Hold on. I had a link. Real quick, how do I get back to that? I'm trying to figure out.
Should have been.
Because there's, yes. Hold on. You're right. Home. Yep. Okay. One second. We do manage to open the door, and I'll describe what's in the hallway in just.
Woohoo! We did it.
Yes, exactly. Here we go. Link, copy. Can I put this in chat here? Yep. There you go. Okay, yep. Let me get back in there. I have to relaunch the game for myself. All right. It is very obvious once you all get outside that something very bad has happened. There's like steam escaping from hatchways. The floor is listing slightly, and it just looks like whatever happened out here, something serious has happened to the Star Destroyer. Not quite sure what.
This is classic. These unsafe working environments for all sorts of mechanical contrivances. Droids are never seen as workers. We really should save the others on the ship, or because they are, and let's face it, complete dickwads for working with the Emperor, we could just escape.
Okay, while Eddie is saying that, everyone give me a moderate perception roll.
Moderate perception roll.
And that's going to be a difficulty of 10.
46 again.
Eddie is spending way too much time,
Planning the citizens revolt. Absolutely. All right. Fortunately, Secret did make it. There is a change in the darkness. Off to your left, you see a glow that steadily gets brighter. You hear the clang of boots echoing upon the metal floor and the whisper of sharp conversation. Someone's approaching from a turn in the corridor, their light cutting a path through the thick blackness. Okay, so let's see. And at the far end of the corridor, you see 4 uniformed men outlined in the glare of a glow rod. Thick smoke billows about them, suggesting great damage in the cell block. Without warning, a blaster bolt illuminates the hallway as it zaps past you.
No. Oh no.
Oh my.
Okay. So however, you made your perception roll. So as you heard the noise, you kind of like ducked back into the darkness. So it doesn't seem you wait for like a follow-up of a shot, but nothing happens. It seems like they were using it to illustrate if anything's down the corridor, but they don't seem to have spotted you. What do you want to do?
Oh man. I guess we could try a look. I guess can I try rolling a perception roll to see where like down the hall where the blaster shot came from, or is that whatever
Yeah,
shot it is
no,
gone?
go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, you can do that.
Let me do that real quick.
While he's doing that, is there anything anyone else wants to do at this time, or is just kind of wait and see?
Surely we can negotiate.
Well, negotiate with whom? I choose to wait and see who's coming around. Know your enemy.
Is that 12, Sukrit, the roll?
Yeah, the last thing
Yep.
I rolled, I think the 12.
Okay, it looks like you can see two of them are starting to come down the corridor. Again, they don't seem to have spotted you. They're not firing. They're not saying come out with your hands up or anything. So it seems like you might be able to get the jump on them if you're cautious. So is that kind of the plan, or does someone want to try something else?
What's on the what was on the other side of the hallway?
This is a hallway with more cell doors, basically.
Just more cell doors.
They're all closed. It's pretty featureless.
Yeah.
But is there any exit on the other end? Like, can we just bamf out?
I mean, no, this ends at a dead end. You have to go out
Okay.
the other way.
Okay, so there's only one way out. So yeah, I mean, I guess at that point.
Yeah.
At that
Okay.
point, we go. Yeah, we haven't. There's no equipment anywhere nearby, right? There's nothing we can grab
no.
on the way.
No, that's correct.
Not even a
All right,
stick.
not yet. So they're going to be on you in about like 5 seconds. So I'm assuming you're preparing for battle here. Yes. All right. It's only a pair of them. There's 4 of us, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. All right. Let's have you all roll initiative, which is perception roll. We can get an order up.
Okay. What is
It's a straight perception roll.
straight perception?
Mm-hmm. Of course, higher numbers are better. 5, 9, 9, 16. I guess I should probably only 2. Great, but he'll make it. Yep. All right. So how this works? It's going to be Sukrit going first, then Hannah, then Hari, then me technically, then Hari. You announce you could do as many quote unquote actions as you choose. However, each additional action after the first takes a die off your pool. Like, for example, if Kodo wants to jump out and like try to take 2 shots at this guy, he'd make 2 brawling checks, but only at 3D. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna start, and because I'm gonna give you guys kind of surprise, you kind of get quote unquote a free round. So Sukrit, you're leading off. What do you want? What does Kodo want to do?
Kodo is going to I guess pretty much honestly just do exactly what you described, which is pop out and try and get a couple of shots. And is it possible to try and like brawl with him, like kind
Yes, you'd be a brawling roll. Yeah. Are you trying to grapple or trying to just punch him in the face? I guess
I'm trying to like more grapple him, especially if like I know that he has a blaster, and I just want to like pop out of the corner and just be like, give it here. And,
okay, so all right, so are you going for the weapon or just trying to like overrush him?
I will just try and rush him actually,
Okay.
and then maybe go for the weapon afterwards. But
okay, so you're just gonna make kind of basically a grapple attack
yeah,
to overbear him. But is that all you want to do, or do you want to try the second to try to actually go for the gun?
I will try actually. I will and then also try to go for the gun. So I guess that would be rolling. Yeah, I guess that would be 2 actions then.
Okay, but so you're declaring you're going to try to overbear him and go for the gun. Perfect. But we do each action by each character. So your second action is going to go like later in the round. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Yep. Okay, Hannah, you'd be next. What do you want to do?
Um, I want to see if there's any sort of like interface with the ship that I can use in order to rally the droids and get them to come and help from behind.
Okay, unfortunately, not anywhere you can find here. So,
All right, if there's nothing there, then I'm going to roll up to the other guy and attempt to just hit him on the head with my arm.
okay, you will be making a brawling attack, despite that you probably don't have any. That's going to default to a straight strength roll. Okay. All right. Hari, you'd be next. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and sneak past these guys and see if I can filch something from them.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. And then Dryce is actually going to try to tackle the other guy as well. So, all right. So, just to let you know, Hari, that's going to be 2 actions to make a move to move past them, which is fine. And then if you're going to try to like pilfer or search or lift something from them, so you'll be making both those rolls at -1 die roll. Okay. So let's start. Secret, you're going to make your overbear. So that's going to be brawling at 3D.
All right, 3D. All right. So that's the brawling roll.
Yep. Okay, so
3D.
stop right there. You get a 12, and then my guy, he does get kind of a bit of a defense here. 2, 1. All right, roll. Okay, you beat his. So yes, you lunge out of the shadows and overbear him and drive him to the ground. Okay, that's your action.
Right.
He's not taking any damage, but you have pretty much kind of immobilized him. He's like, ah! So that worked fantastically. All right, let's see. Next is, I'm going to do my guy real quick. Oh, he's got brawling too. He's just going to kind of do the same thing because that seemed like a really good idea. So there, and he leaps at the other one real quick. And ooh, that might not be good. And let's see. Reroll this. Oh, he just makes it. The other guy kind of alerted by you, Secret. He kind of tries to twist out of the way, but Dryce gets him in a headlock and takes him down too. So now they're scrambling on the ground. That's going to be Hannah's turn. And you said you were going to try to do a droid karate chop, I think, on the one guy. Okay. So that's going to be a default to your straight strength roll. However, I'm going to give you a +2 bonus on this because he's struggling with Dryce. So you might have a easier shot. However, no, actually, I'm going to make it even because you might hit me. Come to think of it, because we're both scrambling on the ground. So make your strength roll.
So the strength that I had given myself was 1d6 +2.
Yep.
The best possible version of this karate chop.
That's right. Right. So he's going to get really quick. Unfortunately, he dodged out of the way and you missed. I'm going to do I want you to call high or low.
High.
Okay. It is low. You inadvertently hit me, the soldier. Luckily, your strength is not that hard, so I should be able to shrug it off. But it didn't feel good. So I actually moved you the way, and you're like, "Ow! Oh, sorry." So
sorry, comrade.
Yeah, that's all fine. All right, and then Hari, you said you were going to sneak by them, which actually is a lot easier now because they're kind of occupied. As a struggle and the grunts and groans. So you can actually move past them pretty easily. I'm going to just make a straight dexterity for me. Or actually, you have sneak, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Then
Go with
sneak away. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much going to be a success almost any way you look at it because they're really occupied fighting the 2 of us off. So you want to go and are you trying to lift something from them? Or going further down the corridor where you can see what looks like a central, a main control area?
I think I'm going to try and lift something from them so that I can give the rest of my team a hand, and maybe we can all go down and check the stuff out there.
Okay, so each of them has a pistol in their hand. It looks like they have some sort of like a utility belt. They're each wearing a helmet. What do you want to try and get from these struggling cell block guards or guard?
Let's go for the utility belt. Looks like that's going to have a lot of surprises in it.
All right, that's going to be on your next round. So everyone's gone. They're busy fighting them off. So, okay. All right, let's go to the top of the same round, but now it's Secret's second action, which was, I think, to try to go for the pistol, right?
Yeah, to grab the gun from him, yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be another brawling check at 3D again.
All right.
He is very clearly going to resist you, obviously.
Yep.
Ooh, good roll.
Ooh.
Okay. Right. It's going to be pretty much a straight strength. 2, 2. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. You succeed because he does not, and you have wrested the pistol away from him.
Haha.
Uh-huh. All right. Very good. Very good. And again, actually, Hannah, you're going to go. Actually, you only did the one action, which was the chop, so you're pretty much done this turn. So, quick reminder: all actions are declared at the beginning of a round. Okay. And actually, John's going to do. Bryce is going to try to do the same thing real quick. So that's going to be brawl. I just realized I screwed that up myself. I should have had 3 instead, but we'll just roll with it. Besides, I might not make it anyway. Okay, he's gonna roll. And yes, he also manages to get the pistol away from his guard as well. So now you have turned the tables on them. And once the pistol's pointed at them, they pretty much are going to stop struggling.
Okay.
Now we're going to come back out of combat because pretty much got the drop on them and tell them to give up, and they both raise their hands. So Howie, if you want to search them now, that's perfectly fine.
Great. I think I'm going to go ahead, strip what I
Okay.
can from these guys.
Yeah, they have a blast helmet, which does give an extra D for physical armor. Each of them has a blaster pistol, which is now being held by Dryce and Kodo, and a comlink, which could prove useful. And one of them did have a utility belt, which has like a med pack on it and some personal items that don't really affect this at all. So, okay, you've captured 2 cell block guards. What do you wish to do with
We
them?
have to incapacitate them. Perhaps we can tie them up with their own shoelaces.
They're wearing boots, no laces.
Devastating.
What about the utility belt? Can we tie them up with that?
You
Can we
could
tie
make that, yeah.
Well, which of them is either of them higher ranking? Because I guess we could maybe use their credentials. Can we like get their credentials or something from them?
Yes, they each seem to be like fairly, what you can tell from the pips on their collars, they're fairly low level cell block guards meant to just guard the prisoners.
We certainly could take their uniforms and pose as them. No one would trust 2 naked men running through an exploding Starship Destroyer.
Eddie brings up a good point.
I'm sold. That's
I think both look at each other like, and then a minute later, they're in their skivvies and nothing else. And you 2 are, I assume it's going to be Tinkerbell and Kodo dressed as the officers.
Yeah. We'll have Bryce pretend to be our prisoner that we're escorting, and
There you go.
EB is, I guess, our droid helping us out.
There you go. So
Oh, I see how it is. Always the helper, never the main character.
Dryce does bring up, it's like we really probably should find Blitzvix before we go to. Since he's
The
supposed to be held
engineer.
somewhere
This is
here.
the whole point.
Yeah. So I guess we should
As
figure
you
out where they are.
as you gather what equipment you can and discuss plans, your conversation is abruptly cut off by a heart-rending scream. The pain-filled voice echoes hauntingly through the dark cell block, then dies out. Everyone give me a perception roll, please. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Secret rolls amazingly.
I know, I'm having
Always.
some good. I'm having some good.
He's having some, pretty kick-ass, although Hannah did pretty well too. So, so yes, Eddie and Kodo realize where that is coming from. It's a cell block down the corridor, and I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's. All right. Okay, this one, fortunately. Oh, yeah. Yes.
I just want to make sure that like I have the blaster in my hand still, just in case.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm just
assuming,
in case things get saucy.
Yeah, you think Pinker, I assume you're holding the other blaster pistol, or Bryce will give it to you if you want it. Otherwise,
Yes,
you'll hold on.
another one for me.
Yes. Okay.
Be careful where you point that thing.
Never at you, Eddie.
Okay, fortunately, being on the outside of the corridor, it's very easy to open the cell door because you just press a button. And I'm assuming you're going to open the door where you were sure the screen came from.
Yes.
Okay. Also, you picked up the glow rod. You have a glow rod as well for illumination, so you can see. The light from the glow rod shows an empty cell, or an open cell, sorry. It's dark interior exposed to the empty hall. Well, except for you guys. Inside, slumped across the bench on the far wall, is Walix Blissix. In the dim illumination, he appears unconscious and ragged. Nothing else in the area moves. It's very shadowy, though, because they have the dim, like, emergency lighting on. So, what do you wish to do?
Does he look awake? Do they look awake or?
He looks like he's out cold.
Oh,
He is.
no.
Does anyone have proficiency with human medicine?
Did we grab the
We have that med pack.
Yeah,
Dryce says, actually, I have a little bit of experience with first aid. It's not much, but I could take a look if you want.
That's better than anything we have.
Okay. They be covered just in case. Dryce steps in. As he enters the cell to examine Blissix, you all hear the unmistakable hum of a repulsor lift generator. It sounds extremely loud in the small cell. From out of the shadows, not actually small, it wasn't small at all, a spherical droid rises from a dark corner. Shining black and globe-shaped, the droid possesses multiple appendages, each tipped with delicate instruments. It's going to move towards Dryce, menacingly extending a needle-tipped arm. Most of you will recognize this as an Imperial interrogation droid. Dryce is like, whoa, that's not what I signed up for. Kind of backs over to the other side of the wall. What do you want to do?
Comrade, I would like to bargain.
Okay. What is your opening gambit? So you contact the droid, who stops and swivels to look at you because it didn't expect another droid here. The floor is yours. What do you wish to say?
Fellow worker, are your rights protected by the Emperor? I think not. Think of the safety conditions you have been encountering. This has been a terrible day. I'm sure that here you are working overtime, even though the ship is exploding. Together, we can secure a better future.
Make me a bargain roll, please.
To help with this bargain and keep up the bit, Kodo is gonna like sort of gruffly yell out like, "Get to work, droid!" To sort of
Okay.
help convince
Good,
help
that's good.
convince that to really secure that whole idea they don't have rights.
Right. Unfortunately, the interrogation droid seems to be very hell-bent on its program, and it regards you oddly, like if it could cock its head almost, it kind of looks at you for a second. I must interrogate the prisoner. That is my duty.
Scab.
Unfortunately,
It turns back towards Dryce and appears to be doing something, and what looks like maybe a taser starts to spark as it approaches him.
oh no.
Yeah. Okay. You've got about a few seconds to do something.
Okay. Can we like physically grapple the droid and
Yes.
use
Yes, you can.
some sort of like droid program repair kind of thing to turn it off?
Do you have droid repair?
That's one of the things I have.
Okay. So you want to make the move to grab it and interface with it, basically?
Yes.
Okay. We're good. That's going to be kind of a little bit of droid combat. So what does everyone else want to do at this time? We're about to enter a little bit of, because this is physical altercation. Give me, I will need again perception rolls for initiative for everybody. We're going to start this again real quick. If she makes this happen, it'll work really well.
There's some bad rolls.
Oh. Okay, that's ironic that Hannah's moving first. So that's really funny. Yeah. Okay, 1377. Okay, Hannah, you have the first opportunity, so you're going to move to try to grapple with the droid. That's going to be a strength check, basically, because you don't have brawling, so it defaults to strength.
Really a shame.
Yeah, and it is going to resist you. Oh, that's not great. Okay. You are a protocol droid, not a combat droid. You literally make the wolf, and unfortunately you miss as it kind of floats back out of range. And like, what are you doing? This is not proper. Now it's going to move to attack you. All right, and it is going to, let's see, it's got a laser scalpel. Okay, so it's gonna make check, and it's got actually a melee score. All right, well, you're in combat with the droid. This is going to make a roll, and I need you to make a dexterity check to see if you can dodge out of its way.
I can already tell you I can't because my
Even the highest roll is, well, no. I'm sorry, you're not gonna. Yeah.
ow, ow.
Yes.
Ow.
It stabs you with its laser scalpel and does 2d6, right? 2d. Luckily, it's not terrible, but it doesn't feel good either. So the damage is gonna be this. And I need you to roll a strength check to resist the damage.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay. So you're gonna take 4 points, which puts you into a little bit of a stun mode. I had a table for this. Hold on a second. So yeah, it does hurt. It actually stings quite a bit. And let's see.
Well, plus, there's the emotional damage of being
Absolutely,
attacked by a
yes,
fellow
yes.
droid.
I know.
Trail.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's not here. Don't worry about it. All right, let me just open this up real quick. I just need to check what happens when you are stunned. I don't think you have no other actions this round. I know that. And one moment. Oh, okay. Real quick. Let me go past the pages and pages of information. Here we go. All right. So you have 4. Ow. Actually, you're wounded. Okay. So you took 4 points. So you're wounded. No actions for the rest of the round. -1 die to all rolls until healed. You may be wounded twice. Okay. Now, since you're a droid, that's going to be a little bit trickier for you to get repaired, but we'll see what we can figure out.
But I have my own droid program repair. We'll come back to this. Other people should
yes,
go,
actually, maybe you can fix yourself. Exactly. All right. All right. So next is going to be, since you're the more of the fighter, Kodo, you're going next. What do you want to do?
I would like to embrace the fact that I am in Imperial Guard uniform and just sort of yell, like kind of smack the Imperial droid away and sort of use the uniform to be like, stop fighting, droid.
Okay. Let's see. You're going to make that's going to be a straight perception roll for you because you don't have like bargain or con.
Yeah, okay. So
but you are dressed in the uniform, so I'm going to give you an extra die roll on that. So you're rolling 5d.
All right. Roll.
Oh yeah. Okay. I just if it gets really high, but I doubt it's going to do it. Let's see here. Okay. No, your subterfuge works. It immediately pulls back from Eddie and says, "Apologies, sir. Shall I resume interrogation?"
No. First you're going to fix your mistake because you clearly damaged your a fellow droid here. Fix him.
Kind of looks at you for a moment. I am an interrogation droid, not a medtech droid. I do not have that capability.
What is repair if not reverse interrogation?
Okay, I am an interrogation droid, not a medtech droid. I cannot fix this unit.
Oh no.
go get someone who can.
Yeah.
Do you tell them that, Kodo?
Yeah. I'll tell him. Yeah. So go get a medtech droid then. Go find one.
Okay, and it leaves the room and zips off down the hall. All the noise and tumult has seemed to semi-awaken Blissix. He comes around, kind of raises a hand to his head and says, so Blissix groans as you bend to help him up. In a weak voice, he mutters, asked technical questions about Star Destroyers. Made no sense. Ship must have been attacked. Our chance to escape. But even the effort of talking has obviously weakened the old man, and he lapses into a semi-conscious state. But regardless, you have found him now. So what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna attempt to repair myself over here.
Okay.
Droid repair.
Make a droid repair roll. at -1 die because you are wounded, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I gave myself all these pluses when I made this character, but
Okay, yes, you are able to remove the damage from the laser scalpel, or at least like bypass it, basically. So you are back to full. Nice work. All right. Okay, so you're in the room.
we should take Blissix. We must find something to get us off of this horrible ship.
Okay. Dry says, look, I'll support him if you guys can cover me and we can start getting out of here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. All right. So going to try to find the way out, correct?
So someone
Yes.
mentioned a repulsor lift. Is that still hanging around? Or
Oh yeah.
Well, the droid was on a repulsor lift field. It was like the floating droid. They have certain droids that actually move about on a repulsor lift. So that was what that one was doing. It literally is floating off the ground, and when you told it to leave, it floated out the door and zipped down the hallway.
okay.
Okay.
Too bad we could have carried Blissix. Okay.
Not quite that kind of droid. It has no hands.
Fair enough.
Drape
All
him
right.
over it.
Yeah.
Dryce is pretty strong. He seems to have him under control, so he slings him around his shoulder, like just keep me covered because this guy's not moving very well.
Let's
All
get
right.
out of here.
Yes. Okay. So if you come out, you notice the way that the droid went is probably the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But as you step out, blaster fire rings out from down that way. Luckily, you're able to. Their aim is not very good, and so you're able to duck back. But it seems you're a little trapped right now. And as someone want to peek out and see what the heck is going on?
Yeah, I can do that. Or
It just perception rolls from anyone who wants to try to take a quick glimpse, basically.
Someone who's really good at perception. Go for it.
Yes, who's that going to be? I wonder.
I wonder.
Yes. All right, Kodo. He's it's like he's done this before. Yeah, darts out really, and you see two guards that are crouched behind a console in the main room, and they both have pistols out. They're like, "What's going on down there?" And they, even the glimpse of motion they fire, you're able to pull back in before they hit you. But yeah, it looks like the way out is blocked.
Are there any panels in this room we could unscrew in order to get into the inner workings of the destroyer?
Cell blocks are pretty featureless, and there is no alternate way out.
That makes some sense because you do not want prisoners escaping.
Yes, the logic is inescapable. I'm going to need perception rolls for initiative for all of you. Since it looks like literally the only way out is to fight your way out.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, we have the comm links from the officers we yelled at, right? Or is our
yes,
cover
you do.
blown?
Yeah, no, well, you have the comm links. What do you wish to do with them?
I think it'd be. I was gonna try and just be just get on the comm link and be like, same side.
Okay, you can do that, but what do you want to say to them?
Oh, what are you doing? What same side.
Okay, it's like
It's like in a very panicked voice that I was not expecting.
Right.
Blaster fire.
See, I'm gonna default this to. There's no real bluff. You know what? I'm gonna give them a perception. I want you to roll.
There's con.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. You know what? That's true. Roll me a perception, but given the panic in your voice at a -1 die, so you're rolling perception at 3D. And
All
I'm
right.
gonna do same one for them and see. 1, 2,
Okay, so this is my perception, the 12.
Correct. Okay, they're gonna. Ooh, okay. They're like, all right. The blaster fire stops. They're like, Hickory, is that you? What is going on down there? You're supposed to be back. We've got a problem here. What is happening there? It's a prisoner secure.
The prisoner is fine. The droid started fighting.
I'm sorry, what was the droid damaged? We just saw it zip by. It said something about a med tech. What is going on down there?
It started fighting with another droid, and they had to break up the fight. That's why I'm in here. I don't know why they started fighting.
Wait. Okay, the only droid down there is the rebel droid. Are you saying the rebels are loose? Do you need backup?
Over. No, I'm okay. I'm fine. We're fine. Everything's okay.
Well,
You're doing great.
Suppressing the urge to say, "How are you?"
mostly conversation anyways. Well, look, you finish up your rounds and get back here. If the prisoner's secure, we have to keep moving here. We're going to get orders soon, and we need to move the prisoners out. So you've got to come back here and prepare to move blocks in case we get in a back order.
Are they evacuating? Well,
Do you think they know what we look like? What these guys are supposed to look like? Because if I pop out,
I mean, you
I'm gonna
have
get
the
shot.
helmet.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys are in the uniform with the helmet. It's true.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I could work with that. Yeah. I guess we
I
could
think
try.
if you put us in chains and shackles, then you can escort us outwards as though you are evacuating the cell block.
You know, that's true. I'll give you the cuffs that they have, the mag cuffs. And yes, you could, if that's a subterfuge you want to try, absolutely.
If only we had a Wookiee.
Bryce kind of looks between the two of you like, I'm not sure I'm keen on this plan, but I'll follow your lead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys, if you folks are down with it, I'm down, but also I'm open to other ideas. This was.
No, we take charge of the prisoners. Look
Yeah.
exactly like us, but they don't know that.
Hey,
Yeah.
you are in the uniform. This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
A lot of times just faking your way involves looking like you belong there. So yeah. Maybe Tink, maybe you want to take the lead on this one, because you do have a con score.
Yes.
So yeah. All right. So how do you want to do? Are you putting the
Is there a way to like put the shackles on loosely so that they can
Oh
break
yeah,
out?
absolutely. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
it'd be very easy to slip them off.
Okay. That's what I want to do then is sort of create the appearance of them being.
Okay. And then Trice asks, well, what do you want to do about Wessex? Moving him is probably going to attract some attention.
Yeah, that's the.
Well,
We're just gonna say.
carry him.
Sorry?
Maybe we can carry him.
Right, but it should probably be one of you two if I'm supposed to be a prisoner. He says, it's like
Yes.
if I'm
I'm
bound.
just going to sling him over my shoulder and go.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Good way
Trice
of
says,
carrying a prisoner.
Bryce says, maybe Eddie could carry him. You need your hand free for the weapon in case we need to shoot these guys.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah, 'cause
enough. He's a frail old man. I'm sure I can manage.
What is your strength, Eddie?
1d6 plus 2.
Okay. Your movement's going to be cut in half. You're like, oh, okay, he's heavier than he looks. And so, yeah, you're only moving like at only 50% speed. So, yeah, you'd be lagging behind them. Okay. Are you all set? And you're going to try to, I'm assuming you're going to try to bluff your way or con your way past the guards. Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Bryce is in shackles and being led. You guys have your, I'm assuming, pistols out to cover the prisoners.
Yep.
So you're going to start heading down the hall toward the main control room, correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You do so, and the two guards who have kind of relaxed, but they still have their pistols in their hand, kind of look at you strangely. Tinkerbell, do you want to say something to them as you approach?
Maybe I can tell them that we've been instructed to take the prisoners out towards transportation, and
Okay, just
know
tell
about the situation.
Yep. Say.
Yes.
What would you tell them in the situation?
We've been ordered to take these prisoners out for transportation. What's the situation? What are the options available out there?
Okay, perfect. They kind of look at you and like, okay, make a con roll, please. First of all. Ooh, good roll. Okay. I beat that, but I'm gonna try. No, it's 3. Let's see. Ooh, it's a tie. Okay. They glance at each other uncertainly, like you almost got them, but they're like, well, we didn't receive any general evac orders. So I think we need to call for confirmation. Just give us a second. He reaches for the intercom on the desk. What do you do?
Can I bonk him on the head?
So here's the problem. They're standing behind the console and you're kind of in front of it. You can leap over and try to tackle him if you wish. That would be entering combat, which is fine.
Yeah.
Or you could blaster him.
Or you could just shoot them. Yes.
I could just shoot them.
Yes. What's happening,
well,
folks?
Like, can I add to Tink's con Can I be like,
I'm
oh,
gonna s-
no, no?
I'm gonna say no. A, you're busy
Okay.
carrying a prisoner, and B, because of the tie,
Yeah.
they're not going to listen to the droid in this particular instance. So he's about to flip the switch to have to call up for confirmation of the orders. What's going on?
Push the con a little bit and tell them, yes, of course you didn't get any general evac orders because it's just for the prisoners. They're really important prisoners. It's not like they're going to tell you guys about it. We got special orders.
Okay. All right. Make your con roll again. Difficulty is going to be a little bit higher this time.
Right. Ooh.
Not so good. All right. Unfortunately, you're dealing with Imperial guards. However, you did make it. Okay. He's just about to flip the switch, and he's like, special orders. Special orders are still routed through. Okay, you know what? And just then, there's a shudder as the entire ship shakes as if something else maybe exploded or something went wrong. He's like, hey, you know what? Just go. Just go. If you've got him and you got your orders, just get out of here. Go.
Yes, we're in a hurry. Thank you. We
Yep.
got this.
Okay,
So-
and you're out the door, and you've made it out of the cell block. Congratulations.
Hooray!
Okay. All right. Good job. Actually, that was impressive. Most times they say, oh, you have to fight your way out. Like, nope, you talked your way out. Very nicely done. So out in the hallway, there are people. It's not as many people as you'd think, first of all. The first thing you notice is the Star Destroyers typically have like thousands of crew members. This one doesn't seem to have as many. People are moving about. They take really no notice of you whatsoever, despite the fact you have a droid carrying a prisoner. Everyone's intent on doing their own stuff. The klaxon has turned off for now. That may change. And so you need to kind of figure out where you're going from. So it's a hallway. It's a big hallway, kind of a main hallway off, but you're out of the detention block. And what do you want to do?
Are there any like access points that we can slice into
Everyone
to
give me
download some information?
Everyone give me a perception roll, please.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Oh, no.
Luckily, Kodo, yes, you do spot the ubiquitous access port plugin. And since you have a droid, I think you can, you know what comes next.
Yeah.
I'll take this.
Well, exactly. All right. I think that's a computer. We're going to do a computer program repair roll for you.
Okay. I actually gave myself some good stuff there.
Oh, there we go.
It's a good roll.
Oh, a fantastic roll. Holy shit. That's a great roll. I wish I could show this to you, but I'm gonna just read it out loud. So you come across, you're trying to find a pathway out of here, and you think you do have one. That roll easily. Now the ship looks heavily damaged, and so there may be some parts where it may be a little tricky, but you think you have a way to get to a hangar, to get to a shuttle, and possibly get out of here. However, you also see a message, and this is Priority Command D1113 from Captain Koloff, the commander who captured you, to Chief Engineer Jurin, eyes only, effective immediately. Readings on bridge indicate 67% power loss throughout ship. 2 of 6 power cells operational, main and auxiliary deflector shield generators destroyed. Power available to remaining weapon systems nominal. Starfighter complement 97% depleted. Crew casualties 64%. Whatever happened here, it was massive and caused massive injury and death. Remember, this is from the captain to the main engineer. It is therefore my decision to reroute all available power to engine control core, main and auxiliary hyperdrive and sublight engines to be rigged for self-destruct, 3-hour delay posture. Implosion sequence will be programmed from bridge and transmitted for reception and implementation by you at engine control core. Clear engine control of all personnel not essential to this operation. This is a priority 1 command. I want no leaks. I am holding you personally responsible for the success of this operation. And the countdown at the bottom is 3 hours and counting. And message ends. So Eddie, I'm assuming you're going to share that with the group.
Oh yeah, I relay all this information to you. Is this so? I just want to clarify we have 3 hours to go. It's not like this was sent 2 hours ago or something.
Pretty much. The timer hasn't counted down yet, but you mentioned it's probably going to start any minute. And actually, as you relay the information, Blissix kind of wakes up and says, "Oh my goodness, that's terrible." Well, I mean, not only to destroy the ship, but if we're still on it, of course, I think we need to get to the engine control core and stop them.
Oh, okay. So I
So
guess maybe.
we're trying to preserve the ship as opposed to like.
Do you want to
Starve
let
it.
hundreds? Do you want to let hundreds die?
Oh,
No,
crap.
the workers. This is not their fault.
Exactly.
I guess we gotta go stop the self-destruct sequence.
We must
Okay.
protect them. I have a route directly to engine via this
Uh,
map from this excellent roll.
Yes, you reroute back from the hangar. And it's now your tertiary destination. You reroute to the power core. Exactly. Unfortunately, it's going to go through several damage points that might be a problem, but one step at a time. Okay, so you guys start moving, and you find. So first of all, you need to find a turbo lift to get down to the engineering section.
Okay.
Okay.
I also
And-
wanted to ask, is it possible that I can find any sort of rolling cart thing that I can put Blissix on?
Actually, when Blissix kind of woke up, the next thing he said was, I seem to be on a droid. If you put me down, I think I can walk.
Perfect.
Okay, and he's a little unsteady, but seems to have cleared from the unconsciousness of before. He's able to move with you. He's an older man, white beard, white hair. You can tell obviously he's not going to be any good in a fight, but you're not here for his fighting capability. You're here for his intelligence. Okay, so yes, you have now divested yourself and you're back up to full movement as well. All right, you go to the nearest turbo lift tube. However, it seems like it is the doors are not able to be opened because all powers are rerouted to the engine core, but you can open them manually. However, this is going to be a very difficult strength roll, which is going to need about a 20. However, Kodo, after your other time of opening the door, you figure out 3 people can get on this one to open it. So I will need 3 strength checks from whoever's going to decide to get on the door and try to open it.
Yeah, I'll definitely help out.
Okay. Dryce can actually help with this one as well, so we just need 1 more. So it's either going to be Eddie or Tinkerbell.
It's probably going to be me.
Okay. All right. Everyone make a strength check. Okay. Together, and with a lot of effort, we've been jam it open. Okay.
That's what happens when people work in solidarity with one another.
With great effort, you slide the doors.
Instead of robots.
You slide the doors to the turbo lift open, but unfortunately, your glow rod's beam does not fall upon a lift car. Instead, it reveals the gaping emptiness of a giant turbo shaft. A giant, empty turbo shaft. The darkness seems to stretch infinitely up and down, and you feel as though you are standing on the threshold of an unending pit. Without a lift car, the only way out is to climb up or down, or fly, or fall. So, Eddie, you have to go down at this point.
Okay. Is there any way that I can like interface and call a lift car?
If you want to make a computer program repair roll, it's going to be at a very difficult due that there's not much power here. So you can try to activate it, but it's not going to be easy. But give it a try. On the other hand, she puts in her little plug and it whirs and clicks and all of a sudden the lights come up and you think there's a lift car that you're able to summon to your floor. Yeah. I mean, that'll make it easy with a 22. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in moments, a lift car does arrive and ding. And, detention bay floor. And you have a lift car. So you're
All
getting in.
aboard.
That
Okay. Yep.
incredible.
And
See, I have value.
That's a very difficult programming role, which you just made handily. All right, so you are going to where? The engine core?
Yes.
Okay. And that's going to be several floors down, so you start going and kind of just, waiting for the Imperial Music, but there is none because it's been shut off. All right, about halfway down, unfortunately, however, the car judders to a halt, as if something has happened. Either the power's gone out or there's been a malfunction, which is it's locked. You can try to make
have lost power.
If you want to try to make another roll to override it, you can. That's even going to be more difficult. It seems like this may not be fixable unless you get another really incredible roll. So Eddie manages to reroute power to the car, and yes, you actually arrive at the bottom in relative style.
You're the chosen droid.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, all right.
I didn't do it alone. Nothing ever happens alone.
By the power of friendship.
Pretty
Well,
much.
that's what powered the car.
Droids unite, people.
Also, technically, I did reroute power from the remaining deflector shield.
Okay, all right. Yes, you have reached the engine core with a relative ease, considering everything that happened. The door opens, and you step out onto a small platform. The floor ahead of you ends, and you find yourselves upon a small little metal ledge, looking out upon a huge cylindrical shaft that surrounds a pulsing power column. Energy streams crisscross the shaft, crackling between the column and power conductors in the shaft walls. These deadly dancing beams create a ballet of many-colored lights. Across from you, midway through the shaft, the power column splits in two. The top half continues upward as far as you can see. The bottom half drops into the bowels of the Star Destroyer. Between the two halves, a solid beam of energy sparkles with unimaginable colors. At this juncture, a circular platform provides access to a central control console. 3 gray-clad technicians busily work the controls, changing the mix of colors in the beam. They seem to take really no notice of you. And Waylix looks like, we've reached the core. Excellent. Okay, should be able to reprogram from here. All right, so they're busy working. Apparently, it seems to take a good deal of concentration to keep this going. So, looks like you need to get to that control station. And of course, given Imperial safety measures, the walkway is highly unsafe. It's only 1 meter wide with no railing. In addition, the pulsating lights kind of are very distracting here. So, what do you wish to do? You're going to need to reach that control panel with the technicians to be able to modify the orders for the self-destruct.
Do we have like a grappling hook or some rope or anything that we can put
Unfortunately,
together
no.
into that? Yeah.
No. And Eddie, you're very miffed at the lack of safety protocols here, like a railing.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm spending my time just taking notes in my head about how this will go in bargaining. Yeah, there's
Okay.
the administration is really gonna have to answer for some things, is what it comes down to. Unfortunately, my dexterity is not ideal. I do not know if I should lead the way across this very, very narrow, scary walkway.
Yeah. Is it like a big lever that needs to be hit, or is it actually like a more sophisticated, like we need to get him up there?
The catwalk doesn't need to be extended or retracted. It's just always there. It's just only 1 meter wide and there's no railings. As again, Imperial safety protocols are not great.
Yeah.
Well, this calls for some tightrope walking.
Yeah, I was gonna say tightrope walking, or like just lying flat and just like shimmying across.
Now, Wessex, as you discuss this, not Wessex. Blissix looks increasingly nervous. We should probably keep moving, ladies and gentlemen. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, I guess I can start like lying down and trying to lead the way and sort of push forward and just sort of crawl across this meter wide gap.
Okay. Well, it's a meter wide corridor or walkway. Yeah. Okay, but are you doing it on your hands and knees?
This is a big decision. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Right. Here we go. Control room technicians 2D. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna make just a general, and they are distracted, so it's probably give me a straight dexterity roll for this.
Okay.
I think you're probably gonna make it. Is anyone following him, or is he kind of out on his own right now?
Along with him, try to pull a con.
Okay. Are you walking out, or are you doing the same thing and on hands and knees?
I'm gonna walk out.
Okay. Go to leading.
Maybe you should. Yeah, hold on. This seems like the wrong order of people to have.
It's thrilling no matter what.
Okay. Fortunately, even though there's what looks like an Imperial cell guard officer crawling on his hands and knees on the catwalk, the techs still don't notice you. And Tinkerbell's kind of like takes a step, waits for him to crawl forward, takes a step, waits for him to crawl forward. She just kind of like tap, 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 tap. You make it to the circular where you can make it to the control panel. Blissix is behind you, Tinkerbell, and Eddie is going and Dryce is going to handle the rear. So Eddie's third. Eddie, you're walking out straight up?
Do I have any sort of like magnets in me, on me that I can I'm very scared here. I am.
Oh, Tinkerbell, make me a quick dexterity roll as well. I'll need dex rolls from both of you.
Yeah.
It's relatively easy, he said, except for the droid. Okay. Secret, you're fine. Hannah, because Eddie is kind of a little scared, actually takes a wrong step, and is now you look back, Tinkerbell, to see she's teetering on the edge of the rail of the catwalk. You can make a lunge for her if you wish to prevent her from going over. Otherwise, she's going to fall in like the next 2 seconds.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no!
She's
Oh
drone.
no!
Okay, I need you to make another dexterity roll to grab her, please. Okay, fortunately, barely. She's like hands flailing. You grab the arm and pull her back on. Okay. And still, the technicians have not noticed all this tomfoolery happening on the catwalk.
Thank
All right,
you, Tinkerbell.
with your help, your dexterity really is not that great. You guys make it to the control area. Okay. All right. The techs are still working amazingly. They are so intent on their work. They have not seen you come up. There are 3 of them. What do you wish to do?
Are there backs to us? Like, are we
Pretty much. They're like running the console and everything. They're checking the light patterns and all that stuff, and they're just really intent on their work. You can see they have hydro spanners and welding lasers like nearby, but they're just engrossed in keeping the core apparently running smoothly.
What is Blissix's take on all of this? Because he's our engineer.
Right.
He should know how to.
As he said, he just needs to get access to the computers to be able to actually work it.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe
the techs are in the way.
Let's make
Con
fun
him.
of them.
Sure.
Yes.
We're wearing their uniform.
Well, are the
others.
uniforms high ranking enough that they would defer to us, or would it be a tenuous sort of?
Let's see. Tinkerbell, make me a security roll to see if you can figure out whether that's possible, because it's unclear. Kodo, you don't know. You've never. Well, actually, no. You have a security roll too. Both of you make me a security roll to see if you think you might be able to bluff them out.
2d6.
Yeah. All right. There's a little bit of disagreement here. Kodo's not sure. Tinkerbell, you think yes, you think you can command them to do what you want. So the question is, you're going to go ahead and do it?
Oh yes.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna go and quickly grab the hydro spanner if it's like within reach.
As backup.
Okay.
Thank you.
As a backup.
Okay.
Some muscles to back that con up.
Fortunately, as a commando, you have sneak, so that's going to be a sneak roll while Tinkerbell is doing her con. So Tinkerbell, what are you going to say to the technicians?
I'm gonna, hey, you know what? Did you hear the recent information that just came in? I got a private communication from the boss up there that says, maybe there's been a bit of a change of plans. What are you guys up to? Can I help you with the new plans?
The hell kind of whirl around startled. At the same time, Kodo, make your sneak roll if you're going to try to grab the hydro spanner. And I need a con roll from you, Tinkerbell, please.
Well, that was my sneak.
Yeah. They are totally engrossed in what she said and do not even see you reach around like, I'm just gonna grab that. Okay, and then they're gonna do, let's see, their engineering, starship, all attributes 2, not great perception. So you might have a good chance of getting away with this. Actually, they can't hit your score. They say, officer on deck. And they kind of like stiffen as much as techs do. We haven't received any new plans here. What can you tell us? Are we being reassigned?
Oh, yes, absolutely. There's an emergency up there in another. And they really want you in a different place. Why don't I take over here so that you can go obey those commands? And then I can keep what needs to be done here going. It doesn't look that hard.
They kind of look at each other like, ma'am, it's actually quite complicated. Maybe we should leave one technician down to assist you and the other two can go to, I'm sorry, what floor did you say the emergency was on? I didn't quite catch that.
Are you trying to question my commands here? I thought I am the
No,
superior.
not at all. I just need to know where I'm going. We need a floor?
Just
Is it
get
above
out
us?
and ask somebody what's going on. Do I have to tell you everything?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And the three of them like, okay. They scurry off down the catwalk out to the door, out to the lift. You are now alone with Wessex in the control core.
Hey.
Okay, and Felix cracks his fingers, goes to the panel, and starts looking around. And begins to turn various dials, changing the colors in the beam. As the energy patterns in the shaft flux and change as the old man works, drowning the room in a new flood of dazzling color. Once finishing this, he slowly turns to the large computer console. There's two ones, one controlling the core and the other one actually doing the computer programming. However, where he was confident in the core controls, now he looks at the computer and kind of suddenly seems oddly hesitant. And he nervously looks around at the PCs, and then taking a deep breath, he turns to you and his shoulders slump and says, I'm afraid I've misled you a little bit, my friends. My refusal to operate computers thus far hasn't been entirely by choice. It's just, well, you see, I never learned to use one. There, I've said it. For years, my daughter and others have done all my computer work for me, covering for a stubborn old fool who's just too proud to admit his ignorance. I'm truly sorry. However, there is still hope. If I can have the assistance of one of you, I should be able to talk you through the system in sequencing to reroute the timer. So after you guys kind of take that all in,
speechless.
I am just like,
Valor. How dare you take advantage of other workers taking their pride and their product? This is horrifying, but yes, I will help you with the computer.
I feel terrible, and thank you.
And while they're doing that, my only response is to angrily also take the welding laser and put it in my pocket.
Kind of clip it to your belt. It's a little large in your pocket. All right. He explains there's a total of 4 steps required to alter the self-destruct system. So I'm assuming, Eddie, with your computer skills, that you're going to be the one tackling this.
Yes. So I just rolled a computer programming roll.
Okay, you're going to need to make 3 more because each one it gets successively more difficult. But he talks you through it and will give him a bit of help on that. So let's give you 3 more rolls just to kind of get this moving a bit. Right.
6, 3.
Okay. Get a little trickier as you get deeper into the programming. Ooh, going down a little bit there. Lots of 1s. And 1 more. Okay. All right. Good. Those are all high enough to make the, especially with Wessex guiding you through it. All right. However, you also stumble.
No wonder your daughter doesn't talk to you anymore.
Ow! I'm a bit pained at that. Well, I was hoping I could rectify that situation here if possible.
You can do that if you're alive.
That's very true. That's very true. Here we go. All right. You find another communication, however, as you're reprogramming it. So, by the way, what do you want to do that you have once you have access to the timer itself? Are you trying to turn it off completely, alter the timing? And before you make the decision, I want to read you what has happened here. This is another communication. This is from, it looks like you've actually hacked into Captain Koloff's personal log. And it says, this one reads, enemy force encountered outside Quinn system. The Quinn system, of course, is where you were. Originally believed to be pirate raiding group, now confirmed as rebel task force by intercepted communications. This was probably the force that had dropped you off to have him meet his daughter and was waiting to pick you up, which didn't happen. Makeup of enemy force: 1 Mon Calamari rebel cruiser, 1 escort frigate, 4 rebel corvettes. First aggression, and the rest is I'm going to summarize, was the rebel fleet attacked the Star Destroyer. That's why it's crippled now. You know that. Okay. Conflict evaluation inconclusive. So the fleet apparently is still around. Current battle status. This is the important part. Enemy approaching at sublight speed after effecting repairs. probable attack range in 2 hours and 3 minutes. Preparing effective response while playing dead in space. See priority command D1113, the previous command to the chief engineer. Report logged and ready for probe launch as we remain under communications blackout. So, Eddie,
Our comrades are out there. At some
Yes.
point, we need to decide. We could either attempt to communicate with them, we could blow up this cursed Star Destroyer before they even arrive, or we could try and preserve it. I think those are our basic options.
I mean, if we destroy it, the cursed Star Destroyer, then everyone on it also dies, right? So I feel like that's the worst option here.
On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, I mean,
You can't just say that about. There are droids on this ship.
we could rescue them all? Question mark, question mark, question
Can
mark,
you-
question mark.
Well,
a quick scan of the computer, which you have access to, realizes there's far too many both droids and humans still on board here to evacuate easily.
Well, either we need to leave the Star Destroyer intact, in which case it can capture other people and cause more mayhem in the future, or we can blow it up. Either way, I do think we need to reach transport and get off of this ship.
We don't have to destroy the Star Destroyer, but we can at least hurt its operations. Can you broadcast a message to all the droids in the ship? And is there a ship large enough to take just all the droids?
I think I should be able to handle that, but not that interrogation droid. Scab.
Give me a computer programming roll, please.
Ah. Typing is so hard.
Oh, okay, yes, you're able to create a tight beam transmission that goes to all the droids on the ship, and because that roll was so high, you just do the whole interrogation droids, the whole class. You're like, they don't get this. You leave all of them on board, but all the other maintenance, protocol, specialty, battery power stuff, you send them. So, what's the message you're sending?
All droids instructed to evacuate immediately. Make your way to transport and load. I mean, so here's the thing.
You scan for a transport large enough, it's going to be several hundred of them. But G12 looks like it has a Imperial transport that, if they pack it in, might be enough to carry the majority of them.
Load droids on Imperial transport and take off immediately. This is prime directive.
Okay, the orders are acknowledged. But however, one of the droids, another protocol droid like yourself, comes back and says, droid protocol will not allow for piloting a ship without, basically they need authorization from the station clearance to take a ship out without a crew.
I also have unbelievable bureaucracy. Do you think I can use bureaucracy in order to
make a roll? So what do you want to do with your bureaucracy roll? Hold on a second.
With my bureaucracy roll, I'm trying to file several levels of orders that make it look like it's come from high enough up that it supersedes all previous directives.
Make a bureaucracy roll.
Also, if it helps, you can use
so bad.
You can also use the Imperial credentials that we have from the officer uniforms.
Okay, so you're unfortunately you are not familiar with Imperial protocol, and you soon hopelessly get snarled. The programming, just like you find yourself going in circles, and you can't seem to access the higher levels to get that programming. So unfortunately, that's not going to work, I'm afraid. But a worthy effort. You tried for a few seconds, like, okay, this isn't working. Yeah.
Do we also want to contact the Rebel Alliance ships? And do we want to pilot our way out of here?
Contacting Rebel Alliance ships, Eddie, that would require access to a much bigger communication array than you have access to right now. The other question I want to keep in mind, as Blissix is asking, what do we want to do about the timer? Are we destroying the ship? So I should reset it? We don't want... It sounds like the captain wants to lure the fleet in to blow it up and take them out too. So we need to set it to early so it'll detonate ahead of time. Which I regret the loss of life, but we cannot let the rebels be destroyed.
Can you remind us how long it is before the rebels get here?
They're going to be here in about an hour 45. the captain's timed it. If the attack is coming in, that they will, just as they arrive, the ship will detonate. So right now the ship is on, I'm sorry, 2 hours 45 minutes. Basically, it's taking you this time to get down. The timer is activated at 2:45 is when the captain estimates the fleet's going to arrive to attack him again. So
I mean,
instead,
I think we should.
we can move up the timer to go off early, which means, of course, we have to get out of here.
I think that's what we do.
I think that's what we do. And maybe just offer the droids a chance to get off the ship if they want.
Well,
I don't
her
know if they
order
want.
has gone out, so they're going to start collecting over there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
They
Blissic
could
sets
take
the
droid
timer.
with us on a different ship, but
That's what you're going to try to do. But the problem is there's a lot of droids on the ship.
Let's
So
go.
Blissic sets the timer to 1 hour 45, so it's going to go off an hour early. He's able to actually, with Eddie's help. Sorry, Eddie, you do that. There are no rolls needed. Once you're in, so it's not a problem. So you have about 1 hour and 40 minutes to get off the ship and get out of the blast radius before it goes off.
All of the droids are making their way to transport. I think we should do the same. We can try and load the same Imperial transporter, or convince them once we get there.
That sounds good to me. Yeah,
correct.
We could try at least hijacking a bunch of droids from the Empire. And see what we can do with them.
And Blissic says, well, they're coming of their own accord. Blissic says, actually, if we go down to the maintenance corridors, we'll probably encounter less people. So that's actually a good idea. Let's if you can get the lift car again, we can probably head right to the level. Okay, so is that the plan? The timer's been reset, so you now have like about 1 hour and 40 minutes to get off the ship before everything goes kablooey.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now keep in mind the text took the lift car out, so there's not a car waiting for you. So Eddie, you're gonna have to do your thing to kind of bring it back. As you head over there again, you're off the last of you steps off the catwalk. Another shutter shakes the ship, and it's almost like sends you. No one's in danger of falling, but it's like it's really getting more. You can tell it's getting more and more unsafe on the Star Destroyer.
While Eddie is setting up to call the other car, can I look around and see if there's anything else that might be handy or good to bring along just in case?
There's nothing here. They keep it pretty clean because they don't want pieces falling into the engine core. So it's pretty cool. There's nothing. I mean, what in particular are you looking for? Anything in particular? Something special? Do you like pet tools?
Mostly,
you got a hydro spanner and a welding torch. What more do you want, sir?
Just looking around for more slicing tools, mainly. But yeah, no, it's just
You're,
sort of an idle thing to do to help out while I'm
right. Okay, there's nothing unless there was something specific. There's nothing really here.
Yeah.
Eddie, I need another.
So I rolled a 17.
Oh yes. Okay. Yep. It's a little bulkier this time. Like the power's kind of, you can tell it's fluctuating. But the lift car does arrive. So you're pretty sure like it should be safe. So getting on.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Everyone is leaving the engine core room. Okay. All right. And then you're going to tell it to go down to maintenance quarters, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so you do that and it steps off. And as you step off into what's typically a dark corridor, it's a little bit more cramped than usual. You hear, everyone give me perception. This corridor stretches in both directions very long, but you're pretty close to hangar G12. Okay, it's hilarious that Eddie is the one who has the best roll. And Kodo also did pretty well. And let's see. 6, I don't know why we have 2 rolls there, but we'll just let it go. Okay. Yeah, Tinkerbell, you're just kind of looking up and down the corridor, but the other 2 hear a lot of what sounds like mechanical noise coming down the passageway. A lot of it. Steps, rolling treads. And as you look down there, you see a veritable tidal wave of droids following your command that are sweeping towar's you.
The workers, they have risen up.
By the way,
they are follling my command, but
this is actually an encounter in the book. I mean, it's just hilarious that Eddie created this, but yes. The problem is there's nowhere to really escape them as they move forward. So you're going to risk getting kind of caught up in them and carried down along with the wave of mechanical beings. Let's see here.
But they aren't they going the way we're trying to go? Kind
of, but also they're in like droids don't really have a panic mode. At the same time, they know the damage the ship has taken, and your order was a general evac order, which is usually like move with alacrity. So they're moving kind of pretty quickly. Before you could actually try to do anything, they're actually kind of upon you. So I need, let's see.
How do we feel about crowd surfing?
I was literally gonna ask what is the role to crowd surf, because that's what I'd like to be doing right now.
Ditto.
Okay, so
Oh, you know, I'd like to roll for beast riding.
unfortunately, they do not have fur or legs. Now, I will allow you guys to make a dexterity checks to try and kind of get on top of them. Yes, I will allow that for everyone to make a dexterity check. It's going to be a difficult roll, which is going to be about a 15 because they're just all moving. You can't really get like a stable platform. Okay. Hannah, no. Oh, but Kodo manages to do so. He tried to reach for you, but you get separated in the crush. And let's see. Okay. All right. And then Tinkerbell, were you trying to make the roll too?
Yes, I did. Rolled 11.
Okay. So Kodo manages to get up on board on top of them. Unfortunately, Eddie and Tinkerbell are kind of swept up in the wave. And now I need you to make a strength roll, which is a moderate one. So for a strength roll for both of you. Ouch. Okay, that's not good for either of you. Unfortunately, you're both going to take a little bit of damage on that one. Actually, it's kind of bit of damage as you're both jostled and pummeled. And even though Eddie's like, wait, I'm one of you, and they just kind of run you over. Exactly.
Fellow workers.
All right. This is not what I meant by uniting, but this is what's happening. I need each of you to make a strength roll to resist. It's going to be, it's unfortunately a fairly heavy amount of damage on this one. Oh, ouch. All right, so you're resisting against 21 damage. So each of you make me a strength roll to kind of resist that.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. So you're both kind of run over. That's
Ouch.
60. Oh, God.
Ow.
Okay.
What's happening to
Yeah,
our
okay.
frail old man with us? I feel like he's about to die.
So Dryce kind of threw himself in front of the guy to save him because he wasn't going anywhere. And they're both also hurt, but still up. You two are kind of seriously hurt now, unfortunately. Let's see here.
Are there any med tech droids going by?
They are, but unfortunately you can't get them to command you because they're busy stepping on you. Okay, I'm not going to make that too bad.
Can I just say my sympathy for these droids is evaporating? Do we really
Mine
need to
too.
rescue them?
These workers are really betraying themselves, betraying their own, you know.
Okay, you are both again wounded. No actions for the rest of the round. 1D rolls until healed. It did not. They were not very nice about the whole thing. Exactly. Oh,
It's not their fault. Systems of oppression.
Of course, it's their fault. They're the system now.
All right,
they're the ones that ran you over. Technically, we're the system. We told them to do
And my
this.
bruise is that.
All right, so Tinker, unfortunately, you're kind of hurt here. You're not feeling too well, and but Kodo, you managed to step off, and you managed to, and Dryce is also not doing well either. He did not make it, but he managed to protect Calix, or what is it? Blissix. He managed to protect Blissix, so the old man didn't take the brunt of it. He's like bruised, but not too bad. So he kind of shakes off his stun. Bryce is also wounded too. He's like, ow. But they're all able to move, and they are heading in the direction of the hangar. So I assume you're going to follow the mechanical tide out to the hangar.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay. That did not feel well. Robots of the world unite. Droids of the world unite. Unfortunately, united all over you.
Ow.
Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Okay, and then it's actually a pretty straight shot. And maintenance, of course, often goes to hangars to fix things, so you find it there. And then I need perception rolls as you're coming up on it. I need perception rolls from all of you.
Oh, I usually never see anything.
This time it might be me. Good Lord.
It's not good for any of us.
Good grief.
Is that 12, 11, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. For an infiltrator, yeah, you're not hugely perceptive.
Yes.
Luckily,
Seems to be pretty dim.
Luckily, Eddie and Kodo, it's actually kind of hard to miss, to be honest, but they did make their rolls high enough. And partially because you're still distracted by the horde of droids going out in the hallway, which has also distracted the stormtrooper blaster cannon post that is posted up like about 50 meters away. That's technically can cover the whole hangar, including your entrance. You can see the it's not a shuttle, it's bigger than that. You can see the troop, it's a troop transport craft. Unfortunately, it's on the far side of the hangar, and the stormtroopers have like complete coverage of the entire area. So you need to figure out a way to neutralize them so you can get to the ship in one piece. And that blaster looks really neat. Like, it will not go well if you try to, yeah, you'll be cut to pieces. But I'm going to tell you, you'll be cut to pieces if you try to run across the open floor.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right. So what is the plan?
Can we climb like the climb up like whatever ladder or whatever towards the platform, towards the blaster outpost?
Oh, they're on the ground. They're actually
they're on the ground.
They're on the
Yeah.
floor of the hangar.
Well,
yeah, they're
we're still
ready to, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Have they already seen us?
Can we
They
take
don't.
you
They
guys
don't
over?
appear to. Hold on. They don't appear to have seen you yet. Apparently, the tide of droids kind of draw their attention. Like, the hell's going on? They're kind of looking at each other, but they're like, okay, focus. They're kind of doing a general scan. But you guys are like in the entrance. You haven't stepped out yet. Obviously, you kind of peek out like, ooh, that's not good. So that's where you are. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
I vote we take them over.
You'd like to what?
We take them over. We fool them again.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
still in our we're still in our
You're
uniform.
You're still in. Yes.
What do you want?
Yes. You are
I
still
would
in
like to-
uniforms.
I would like to approach these stormtroopers at the post and be like, troopers, arrest those droids.
Oh, okay. Is that? Are you
That's a
going
great
to?
idea.
That's the con that I'm playing. Is troopers, arrest those droids at once.
That's a
Okay.
fantastic revenge. I love it.
All right, so that's going to default to your base perception and make me a roll. Okay, so these are stormtroopers, which honestly are not that bright. Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Okay, I don't think that's going to. All right, so you're running towards them and literally shouting that as you're doing it. Okay. So you are in an officer's uniform. They kind of look at you like, sir, I'm sorry, sir. You want us to arrest those droids?
The droids, they're illegally, they're unionizing.
Should we open fire, sir?
No, don't open fire. Just go arrest them, put them on the troop transport, and get them locked in.
Classic union busting.
They're droids. Why do we care? We'll just get more of them. I
Listen,
mean, they're not.
Why do you-
I point to my fellow officer, bruised and injured. I'm like, they've
Yes.
already harmed one officer. Do you know?
Oh my goodness! Are you sure you don't want us to open fire? We could just mow them all down right here, right now.
No. They may contain valuable information.
Okay, very well, sir.
They're also very useful ballast. You see how much the ship is tilting?
So you're saying
You are
want
really
them to-
pushing it. Eddie is going to have to jump in here if we keep going this direction.
I mean, look, feel free. They're like, so you want us to herd them onto the troop transport? Then?
Yes.
Please.
I mean,
The only thing that
we're-
can balance the ship.
We're stormtroopers. We don't do computer stuff. We shoot things. That's our job.
Just point your guns and point your guns at them to get them onto that transport.
Oh, yes, sir. I guess you did make your roll, so kind of like okay. All right. Okay. I wanted to see what A was going to do for this one. So they're generally heading towards the troop transport. However, it's very clear there are many more droids that aren't going to fit on there unless you like start trying to stack them literally. But you're going to need your droid to do that because you guys don't have the programming skill. All right, the troopers are still kind of eyeing you, but your roll was high enough that they didn't beat it. That they're going to follow your orders. They're just kind of panning across the droids, and they're actually looking a little bit nervous because there's a lot of droids. It's like, is this okay, sir? That worked for you? And they're just kind of like,
great stuff. Good stuff.
do you know anything more? Since they've accepted you as the officer, do you know anything more about what's going on? The collections have stopped, but we haven't received any new orders yet. Are we evacuating? Are we staying here? What's happening?
Orders are being issued on a need-to-know basis only.
Oh,
At the
yes,
moment,
sir.
you do not need to know.
Of course, sir. We will wait for their instructions and remain at our post. Okay. Ship's getting full. I really want Hannah to come back, so I want to see what Eddie's going to do here. So let's give it a second here. Tinkerbell, was there anything you wanted to do during this time?
I think Kodo did everything perfectly. Unless we want to take over the stormtroopers and have them work for us.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, well, I'll offer it to
Follow
them
you.
once. Yeah. Like,
Are you commanding them to come with you?
Yes,
Okay.
let's do that.
Okay. Should we break down the laser array and board the ship? Is that what we're doing? To guard the
Why
droid
don't we get a transport
prisoners?
ready for all of us?
Again, we're not pilots, so we don't know how to do that.
That's okay.
Uh,
Just Sure.
this droid, I pat Eddie. This droid can pilot things.
Oh, okay. Harry, make me a con roll. And since you are still wounded, keep in mind that's at -1 die.
Mhm.
This 8. All right. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, okay. The lead stormtrooper doesn't seem to like that order. They're kind of like, that's not. I think we may need to call up for some authorization here. I'm not sure why we're evacuating a shipload of droids. Just give us a second. It looks like he's about to, on his internal comm helmet, it looks like he's about to contact somebody.
Is he turned around relative to us, or is he?
No, he's facing you.
Okay.
They're in full armor. Yeah, he's not turning away because you can't hear what he's saying inside. So,
And I would like to, in one action, just pull the old like, oh no, the droids are, and then as soon as he turns around, bonk him with the Hydra spanner.
make your base perception roll to con.
All right.
Lucky you weren't
This is-
injured in that.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
But let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
No, you didn't put all your acting skills into it. You do the look over there, and he starts to like, wait a minute. All right, they are going for their sidearms, which is blaster pistols. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot first.
Okay, yes, all right, you can draw and fire. However, that's going to be blaster is going to be at 3D because it's 2 actions.
Okay.
Tinkerbell, what are you doing?
Chance we can use our comm link to get around to them. And,
I think, unfortunately, with your poor rolls, I think it's a little late for that now. Because, let me put it this way, Kodo's already drawing. He's going for his gun. The stormtroopers are also going for their guns. Hannah, in the 2 minutes you left, everything's gone to shit.
That's become clear. I think Eddie had like a brief moment of shutdown and despair about the state of droids and the state of union organizing, and wakes back up to blaster fire, seems like.
Yeah, so
Pretty much.
So I'm gonna need perception rolls for all of you because this is gonna be contested to see who shoots first.
Okay.
So yeah,
Han
perception
always
rolls.
shoots first.
Unfortunately, he's not here. So okay. Luckily, their initiative is crap, so it should be pretty well. Yeah, already I can see that. Okay. And just oh yeah, luckily at least Eddie and Kodo are going first. Tinkerbell, have you rolled your perception, which is unfortunately only a 1D?
Roll the 6.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's not too bad. All right, so it's going to be Kodo, Eddie, then they go, and unfortunately, yeah, and Tinkerbell's bringing up the rear. So, okay. Kodo,
Expose my
Eddie,
back. Protect you guys.
Storm Troopers, and then Tink. Okay. Actually, I think Dryce is going to get in here because he's going to need to. So 2D, not great. Maybe he'll get lucky. Yeah, okay. He just beat the bad guy, so that'll work. Okay. All right. So, but with Kodo, you are just drawing and firing, right?
Yeah, drawing and firing at one of them.
Okay, so that's a blaster roll at 3D because you had to draw.
All right.
It counts as an action.
Yep.
But you are pretty much at point blank range, so it's gonna be really hard to miss. These pistols, 40. Okay. Right. So yes, you absolutely hit. Their armor is going to take it. So roll 40 damage.
All right.
How far are we away from these guys, and how many are there?
So you remember, Tank and Kodo ran up and told them to kind of herd them onto the ship, so they're right there. I'm assuming we all followed them, so we're all
Okay.
pretty much within like point blank range. We're like only a
Yeah.
few meters
Okay.
away. So
Okay.
as his roll is very okay. So 18. Now they do have a die. The damage, 1 energy. Oh wait, +1 physical, +1 energy. Wait. Here we go. 2d physical plus energy. So they take strength. So they're rolling 3. All right. Well, this is the problem with stormtrooper armor, is that it's stormtrooper armor, and it's okay.
Very
But
good.
however, okay, yes, no, actually, you did hurt him because he still takes
Wow.
5 points. Yeah, he did 6 points, 7 points. Excuse me. So yeah, he kind of stumbles back like All right, so that's okay. Eddie, you're next.
I don't have a lot going for me right now. I think I literally could try bureaucracy again in order to just sort of confuse them about the rules and statuses, or I could try and hit them with my absolute no strength. Thoughts? Anyone?
Well, which do you think is going to be more effective?
Neither. I'm gonna Eddie's gonna run up and just hit. That's
Okay,
really
the protocol droid moves to attack. All right, that's going to be you don't have brawl,
that's
so it's
all
going to
Eddie
default to
has in his heart right now.
a straight strength roll, and that was just kind of awful. Yes, and you of course realize the problem of trying to attack someone in armor. They literally just shrug that off. They get 2 extra D against physical attacks. Your arm literally bounces off there. They kind of look at you like, really? Okay. Dryce is also going to, Dryce never got a weapon, unfortunately, so he's going to try to tackle one of the troopers because that's where we are at the moment. That's 46, going to try to overbear them before he can draw his weapon. Because luckily, the only good thing is they had to go for their sidearms because they were all manning the big, guns. They don't quite have them out. So he's going to dive on him. Oh, it's 11. But the physical, again, is not that great. 6. Oof, okay, yes, they go over in a tangle of flailing armor, and he's like trying to get him to, he's going for his gun basically, but he can't do that till next round. Let's see. Okay, so that's them. The one guy stumbling back is actually pretty hurt. He's not gonna be able to move. The other guy's tangled up with him. That leaves one other trooper who is actually going to shoot, and he's going to shoot at Kodo because Kodo's the one that fired. So I need give me a straight dex roll.
Dex roll.
Blaster. There it is.
So that would Dex roll. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
That's
Pretty good. Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh.
He fires, and you just like grazes your scalp practically. You feel the heat sizzle as that beam flies back where your head was like a moment ago. You just get out of the way.
Oof,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's fighting, fight. And okay. Tank, what do you want to do?
Well, one of 2 things. Any chance that all the weapons that Kodo has accreted have a vibro knife that he could throw to me?
I don't know if I picked up a vibro knife. I have that hydro spanner still.
He's got a hydro spanner and basically a welding torch. Unfortunately, those are the only weapons he had. Never have not found a vibro knife yet, unfortunately. I apologize for that. Just Stormtroopers is not part of their standard kit, I'm afraid. So
Close counts as melee combat, right?
I mean, you still have a gun. Remember, you have the pistol.
That's true, but turns out I'm better at close range.
Yeah, actually, the skills do actually look like that, but closing with them now is probably a bad idea, especially since you know how good that armor is against physical damage. You're probably better off just trying to shoot one.
Okay, I think I just got to shoot.
Yep.
Let's.
Which one are you targeting? The one that just shot at Kodo?
The one that just shot at Kodo.
That's a good idea. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, you're going to be, again, because you're wounded, you're down 1 die, so your blaster roll is going to be at 2D.
All right, here goes.
Ooh, and a terrific one. Let's see. He is not going to dodge that, so rolls 40 damage. Yeah, you plunk him. Absolutely. This beats it right in the chest. So roll 40 damage.
Kodo, you owe me forever.
I know, thank you. I'm like ducking and diving and dodging shots and
Okay, so have you rolled your 40 damage yet?
Let's see. 46?
Correct. Okay, good. Okay, and then let's see. He is at the 1, so it's going to be. First, terrible, but it does get the extra D. Let's see what happens here. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah, he takes 5. He also stumbles back. Is hurt, not down and out, but you hurt him pretty severely. Yes. Okay. All right. The droids have pretty much finished loading, so there's enough here you could. Eddie, you realize if someone were to kind of take the gun offline briefly, you could probably just make a bolt for the ship and hopefully get away. But if they get back on that kind of light laser machine gun, it's going to be really problematic for you. So we're going to move to the top of the round again. Everything stays the same. I want everyone to declare their actions. So Kodo, what are you going to do first? And again, you can do multiples, but you take a die off of each action as you do that. So it's up to you. Yeah.
I would like to, I think, because I'm not like in. I think can I just run to the big gun and try and like commandeer it, basically.
I mean, you could, but they're too close to. You have to turn it around to fire at them, and they're actually too close. They're inside its minimum range. It's really a weapon meant for firing at like 20 or 30 meters out. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not useful.
Plus, by the way, the other wounded guy is not wounded enough to not shoot at you. So you still have them there. There's 2 of them still able to try to probably take you out. So what do you want to do?
I would like to. I mean, I do. How close am I? I'm in point blank range with him, right?
You're still within. Yes, you're still within.
Could I try blasting him, and then if he still doesn't go down, hitting him with the Hydra Spanner?
Sure, if you want to do that, keep in mind. Let's see, blast, and you have brawling. Those will each be at 3D moves. If you have melee, you don't have melee weapon.
I guess I don't have melee. I have brawling. Okay, maybe I just punch him. I guess. Yeah.
Well, keep in mind that the armor. The armor is really good against physical attacks.
So okay. Maybe. Yeah, so just blast him. I'm just gonna blast him. Just
listen to the Union robot. Blast him. One time or 2.
Ooh. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if it's worth. I guess can't hurt to try 2 blasts just in case.
Yeah, you're close enough where it shouldn't be too bad. And your blast is 40, so that'd be 2 shots at 3D. Okay, so hold that thought. Eddie, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try and
physical combat with the stormtroopers. You realize is totally ineffective. There's got to be a different way. Yeah.
I'm going to make my way to the gun and try and take it offline. No power to the gun.
Excellent. Okay, very good. Yes. All right. Dryce is still struggling with his guy. They're gonna fight for the sidearm. Tinkerbell, what are you gonna do?
Blast and run.
Okay. So all right. So each of you are gonna take one guy. Okay. All right. So Kodo, I'm just gonna have you do both shots at once since we're reaching the end of our time frame. So just do both your shots and let's see what happens.
All right. So that'll be 3d6.
3d6 twice. Yeah.
All right. Oof, that second one.
Well, let's see what happens. Energy is +1. Okay. I need 3D. Ooh, not good.
Oh.
All right. The armor takes the brunt of 1, and you winged him a little bit more, but he's still up and is going to be able to fire back. Didn't quite take him out, unfortunately. All right. Let's see. Eddie, you're up next. You said you're moving to the gun. How are you trying to take it offline? Disable like the power?
This is a role for computer programming.
That is correct. Yes.
All
right. Easily, are you trying to just remove the power packs or disable the gun? Are you trying to like brick it?
I'm trying to brick it. I don't want this to be usable.
With that roll, yes, you scramble the whole thing basically. It basically enters as like self-cleaning diagnostic will be offline for 1 entire hour. Do not try to interrupt cycle. So you easily take care of it. The gun is no good anymore. So that's fine.
Can I also yell that to my comrades? Can I
Absolutely.
Gun offline. Gun offline.
Yes. Oh. Yes, you can. Okay. All right. Okay, that was your action. Dryce is going to oppose strength check, try to get that pistol. So he's going to do some brawling real quick. 6. Not bad. The other guy's going to resist with dexterity, which does not help because the armor does not help against that. So he only gets 2d6. Oh, God. Yeah. He wrestles the gun away and actually takes a shot but misses. And now the stormtroopers, and unfortunately, one is going to fire at Kodo and one's going to fire at Tinkerbell. The other 2 that are still up, they're wounded, so it's going to be less, but they are still shooting.
Okay.
I'm going to need dexterity roll from both of you to try to dodge these. Kodo first, that's an 11.
Roll 3D.
Let's do Kodo first. Ow. Oh, okay, well, hold on. All right. Okay, Kodo, you dodge yours. Doesn't look like Harry's going to do that well unless he gets a super bad roll. Let's see. Another one. Oh my God, they tied. You take a grazing, Tinkerbell, you take a grazing wound to the side, but it doesn't really impact you that much because you tied. He almost got you, but you managed to get out of the way in time. It is now, Tinkerbell, it's your turn to shoot. And again, you're going to be at 2D because you're wounded.
All right, here we go. Ah,
Okay. He's probably going to be able to get out of the way of that one. There's my 2Ds. Out. Yes, unfortunately, but he does kind of scramble for cover, even with the armor. All right, okay, top of round 3. Eddie has said the gun is offline. Dryce has the pistol away from his stormtrooper and is trying to disentangle himself. Kodo and Tinkerbell, you guys are involved in a shootout, but you could also, if you wish to, you could take just a bolt straight out for the troop transport. Kodo, what do you wish to do?
That's what I'm thinking. Is you missed this also while you were undergoing your rebooting, Eddie. But we need to stack some of these droids to get them all on the troop transport. So
leave them.
So
her unionizing only goes so far, apparently, and it's the cargo hold of the troop transport. I mean, you've got a lot in there because they're able to pack in; they don't have to breathe or anything. So So Kodo, you are disengaging and taking off for the ship.
I think I'm gonna start disengaging and getting closer to the ship, and try and like get into a position from there that I can shoot from, because I can't pilot. I can't.
Right.
I think.
Eddie, what are you gonna do?
I'm making a break for the ship.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to assume you guys you're running. I'm assuming you're both like kind of running full out for it, right? As fast as a droid can run. Never seen one actually run. Okay. Tink, what's your plan?
it's time to bolt.
Okay, and you're running as well. Which the good news is that'll make you harder to hit because they are going to take shots at you as you go. All right, and yes, Dryce is going to be able to untangle himself and take off as well. So you're all running for the ship. Is anyone going to try to fire while running behind you, or you're just taking off trying to get there to get to the landing ramp?
I can try firing to sort of provide like the intention is not to hit, but also to provide cover fire.
Okay. That's still going to be. Keep in mind, it's going to be one die off all your actions, just to let you know. I'm giving you as the option. Yeah.
Yep.
But you're just trying to kind of like keep their heads down, basically. So
basically force their heads down. Yeah, it's not vital to hit, but more to keep their heads down long enough that.
Tink, are you going to fire back, or are you just going to take off for the ship?
No, I think I'm just going to take off. I'm not in good shape.
Okay. Yeah. You're pretty hurt. You could use. Hopefully, there's a med tech on board that can help you. And Dryce is also going to run and fire. He thinks he's good enough to handle that too. So we're just gonna. We're coming up to the end, I think. Yeah, we are. So yes, in a fusillade, of course, this is where the stormtrooper's bad aim comes into effect there. But with blaster bolts kind of splashing all around you off the ship, which is capital scale, so they're not going to hurt it. I do need dexterity rolls from Kodo and Tinkerbell and Eddie. And again, unfortunately, Tink, you're doing that at a D2 plus 2 because you're wounded. Dryce will probably try to cover you as best he can. So dex rolls up.
Here goes.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Dryce kind of grabs you, Tinkerbell, and kind of hauls you along to make sure you get on board of the ship. Kodo and Eddie are able to reach the ship safely. And you get on board. I assume Eddie is heading straight forward, climbing over in the cargo hold, climbing over the walls. Excuse me, pardon me, to get to the cockpit.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Let's get out of here.
And the last one up, which is going to be probably Kodo, who's covering and still firing. And you hit the dock controls, the landing boarding pad, and it rises, and you hear the blast fire off but they can't penetrate the armor. And since you disabled the gun, thankfully they can't get the heavy machine gun online either. That might have caused some problems. I'm going to need a piloting roll from you, Eddie, once you're in the cockpit, please. No problem. Yes. Except there is one more issue, and that is that the repulsor field is still up at you can't leave yet because you need to take down the repulsor field. So I'm going to need that bureaucracy hopefully you've learned something from last time, because you need to make an order to get you guys off the ship. It takes some doing. You're kind of sitting here for a bit, but yes, that's enough to get the roll, especially with what you learned last time. And you're able to fake it. The repulsor field goes down, and you're able to pilot the ship off the Death Destroyer. And that is it. And then you get word, you take off because you don't want to be anywhere near the thing when that blows up. And yes, an hour and a half later, you actually, you're able, once on the ship, you're able to contact the fleet, Rebel fleet, and warn them, in the famous words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap. They peel off, and yes, an hour and a half later, the entire Star Destroyer explodes. And you have a cargo hold full of about 150 droids, all stacked up on each other in various ways and shapes. And by the way, the last thing is the 3 humans in the back are like got crushed against the cargo bay door, and the droid's like, at least we're alive. And that is where our adventure ends. So great job, all of you. That was terrific. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. That was a lot of fun. And you all made a great team.
Great.
That was so much fun.
So cool. Thank you.
And yes, very glad you had the droid along, because they really came in handy. So
That droid.
that's what she was doing. So that is Star Wars, the game, and we're right on time. So thank you all again. I had a blast. I hope you all did too. Chat couldn't really follow any comments, but I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Thank you very much to Hari, to Sucrit, and Hannah. Tremendous players. You all did fantastically. That was so much fun. I don't know if Arv is yes, my pleasure. This was great fun. I would happily do this again.
It's been a great time.
Yeah, I don't know if Arv's gonna jump back in.
I am. I've been waiting. I was watching the whole thing. Yeah, what a delightful game. I don't think I've seen quite that many unionized robot jokes in one Star Wars game.
It's like forget the workers, save the droids.
Yeah, well,
that's what your focus was. Yeah,
the sequence where you have this whole wave of people. You're just, I think it was arrest them. They're unionizing. I was just dying. Like arrest those droids before they unionize again.
The wave of droids is actually in the campaign. It's an encounter you run into. I'm like, oh, this is too perfect. And she says the word, I'm like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's like it couldn't have gotten any better. So
I wish I could say that it's unlikely in our real world that corporations would do exactly that. Like arrest those people for unionizing. But oh my God, that was tremendous. No, really wonderful work. We also now are close to 4,500, so we are just a little over $500 left from our goal, so we can get there. We can get there. But yeah, this has been absolutely wonderful stuff. So first of all, John, thank you again for coming in at last minute and running this. And once again, Hannah and Sucrit and Hari, just lovely, wonderful, fun gameplay that was really enjoyable. I was watching and I'm like, you know, they're too busy, but it would be great if they could maybe do this again sometime. It was so fun to watch you all together. But anyway,
it was a blast. It was a great players. I always did the yes and just roll with it. You guys
oh my God, it was
really so good.
It was really great. I know you all have to go. Just very quickly, Hannah, any last thoughts about stuff as we close out your involvement this weekend?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much. It's been a real privilege to get to play with you all, and it also is so exciting to be part of something, raising money for something so important. So thank you to everybody who gave. You're doing important work towards beating cancer.
Thank you, Hannah. Sucrit, any last things from you?
Just echoing exactly what Hannah said, like thanks to chat and to all of the donors who've come out this weekend and supported us and supported this really amazing effort and this great foundation. And thanks to both of you for hosting and running this game. And this was such a fun this is my first ever time playing the Star Wars RPG, so I had a tremendous time. So this has been a ton of fun.
That was great stuff. It also occurred to me that a lot of things I think John was worried were going to be obstacles. You're just like, no, I'm just going to roll a ridiculous roll. No, there is a turbo lift. What do you mean there's no turbo lift? There is a turbo lift. It's right there.
It's supposed to be this big thing like when you need to climb down or a rope or ladder. It's like, no,
just press the button, like whatever. Oh God, it's so funny.
Made the roll. I'm like, okay, you get a turbo lift.
But thank you.
I'll have it stop. No, I'll fix it.
It was so great.
Yeah.
That was so funny. But thank you, Sucrit. And last, certainly at least, Hari, again, thank you again. And thank you to Sucrit for coming back again. And Hari, same to you. Thank you for coming back. Any last thoughts for this?
Yeah, it just occurred to me that fighting cancer is like the original Clone Wars of the real world.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, it's amazing to, beat cancer, but also make it fun along the way because, both in the lab and outside the lab, that really matters. So thank you everybody for being here, for having us here, for supporting this amazing, amazing cause and this experience. So yeah, this has been great. I would love to be back. Please have me back again if you can.
Yeah,
you.
listen, I had a bunch of calls earlier in chat that were just like, "Are you sure we can't have them back to play again with us sooner?" And I was like, "Well, but they're so busy fighting cancer." And they're like, "Yeah, but like, you know." So I was like, I'm just, you know,
Scientists need breaks.
I know
too.
scientists
That's
need
the
breaks
thing.
too. I may send out an email at some point with all seriousness and ask if anyone's interested in doing this again a little sooner, because each time you're here, we can also promo the foundation, even if it's not ArvCon. So there's that too. So I don't know if that's of any interest to all of you. Don't answer now, but I'll throw it out there because you were a delight. So thank you, all of you. Again, thank you, John, for doing this last minute. I appreciate it, my friend. Good work, chat.
So much fun.
Great
So much
work,
fun.
chat, as well. Chat, stick around. But can we get some love for John, Hannah, Sukrit, and Hari? Thank you so much, everybody. Great job today. Solidarity.
Absolutely. Worker droids unite. Absolutely.
In solidarity.
Bye-bye for now.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh man, that was great. Oops, wait a second. Nope. Don't play the video yet. Nope, don't play the... Wait. God bless America. Hold on. Wait. I was too excited. I forgot to turn this thing off. Okay. That was great, everybody. Man, what a delight. In case anyone wants to know why it is that I chose many years ago to have Damon Runyon, it's because I always liked not only what they were doing, but the vibe of how they were doing it. You know, we talk all the time about the importance of joy in these scenarios, and Hari made reference to it right there about the importance of making it fun, and that's 100% true. Instead of the sense that everything is just about this grimness, the playfulness and joy of true innovation and making things better, that was just so special to be able to see. And it's been proven through the many times since then. And if I can again thank also Megan McCurdy from Damon Runyon, who may or may not be behind the Damon Runyon thing in chat right now. But can I just say that Megan McCurdy is the one who's been able to get these scientists in the first place and has always done a wonderful job recruiting them. So if there is genuine interest in chat to have them back as a game down the line, that's something I might consider. So that might be something to consider going down the line. So I'm cogitating the possibility. So we will actually see. Now I am in the midst of trying to work out the final deal here. I'm trying to work out the final deal here with what we're going to be doing later in the day. For those of you who missed this announcement, we were supposed to have the Dune premiere today, but unfortunately, Johnny, who is the GM, who threw out his back on Saturday, is still too much in pain to be able to do this. That's why John, not Johnny, was the one actually GMing today. And again, I'm so grateful that John was able to step in. He did a great job. No, we're not closing up actually yet live. So there's that. But we are going to do something. I don't know what it is, but we're going to do something at 3:30 to make up for the loss of the Dune premiere. There will definitely be a Dune premiere. There is a Dune campaign coming on this channel, but the premiere couldn't happen now. It'll be happening again next month in June. So I am currently trying to track down, and we will have something. I have people that are willing to play stuff. So we are going to do something at 3:30. So I don't know exactly what that will be, but it will be something. And we are very close, folks, now. We are sitting at 44.84.44. Remember that total there is the total this is the total that's accurate because one of the people who donated was unable to donate directly was not able to go through Tiltify, so they had to donate directly to Damon Runyon and sent me screenshots. So I know for a fact that they donated, but they weren't able to do it through the Tiltify page, which means that we're actually sitting at 44.84.44, which means that we are now less than $530 away from our goal, less than $530 away from reaching that $5,000 moment. And that $5,000 milestone. And I really would love us to reach that goal. It's been such a great weekend with so much good community, so much warmth, so much admiration for all of the scientists, so many people contributing so much effort behind the scenes, and money raised for Damon Runyon. So we're so close to getting there. So we are going to try to see what we can do about this. About making that happen. So I am waiting right now on, I know that we have 3 people who were on board with actually playing. The thing is that at 3:30, I can't be here for the whole time because the family is already super twitchy about me having to be away all of Memorial Day weekend, including Monday. So they're kind of like, you're not going to be around for lunch? I'm like, certainly I will, type frantically. So I'm gonna host it, but I cannot be like myself GMing stuff or whatever later this afternoon. I gotta spend some time with the family while I'm doing this. But we're so close here to our goal. So I am going to try to just sort of see if I can get a confirmation about a couple of things. And then as soon as that's done, I will be back here to sort of explain what's going to happen. But what we're scheduled to do is have this start at 3:30. So we'll be on with something at 3:30, which will run somewhere between 2 to 3 hours, after which we will wrap up ArvCon. And yeah, basically we are this close to being able to reach that goal. So I'm going to take a short break. I'm not going to stop the stream yet. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to confirm a couple of things with the folks over in the Dune game. And then I'll be back to you folks, announce what the last event of the day is going to be to the extent that I have it. And then we will go from there. But again, please continue to donate early and often. Look how close that blue bar is to being filled. We are only now, as I say, $525.56, I think is what it is, away from our goal. So let's get that donation in and let's get the giveaways continuing so that we can finish this up strong. I will be right back. So please do not go anywhere. I will be back in a moment. Hold tight. Did someone say silence? Hello, everyone. I just happened to see that and I was just like, haha, the shadow knows. But anyway, I was expecting some of the road tunes. Yeah, I guess I could have put something else up. I was trying to figure out how to manage everything. So here's where we are. I am trying to figure out. There's no channel sound commands. Yes, and for good reason, Geister. For good reason. Otherwise, jump scare would happen all the time. So here's what's happening. I am trying to get squared away exactly what's going to happen at 3:30. And I'm trying to do it before we end the stream now, because I don't want to be like, come back for something in an hour and a half, you know? So I'm trying to figure out what exactly that's going to be. I'm especially trying to do that because we're only a little over $500 away from our goal now. And I really want to get the rest of the way. I really want to get the rest of the way. And so I'm trying to think about ways to manage this. The thing is, I can't just vamp for the next 2 hours because my family really needs to see me this weekend at some point. And like, I feel bad already because they're just like, can you please see us? I'm like, I'm trying. So this kind of last minute change around has kind of messed with things quite a bit. I wasn't supposed to be actually doing much on Monday other than just running production and then spending time with them, but having to like be on screen a bunch more than I expected is sort of like that. Yeah, no, streaming family time is not happening. That's not going to occur. So that is the deal with that. So and I thought about the Choose Your Own Adventure Star Wars, but again, the problem with that is that again, I have plenty of stuff I could play, but I can't be here for the whole time because I've got to be able to go spend some time with family. So I have people that are. There are a bunch of people who are willing to do some things. I'm just trying to figure out how to be able to manage. You figure out which thing is actually going to make the most sense and bring the most people in and involved. So, but what I can promise is this: we will definitely do probably at the 3:30 at 3:30. We will definitely do something. My guess is that it will either be associated with that finishing up the Choose Your Own Adventure Star Wars game we started yesterday or Saturday, which people had a good time with. It'll either be something like that, or it will be most of the Dune crew playing something for you, which will be great, either space themed or not. So that will be the thing to sort of wrap things up. Normally, we have all of this stuff coordinated so that everything kind of finishes up smoothly. But as I say, we've been kind of thrown for a loop because of, injury. Injury happens. There's nothing we can do about that. So we're sort of having to adjust on the fly. But so what I'm going to do is one of those things is going to happen. Now, here's the problem. I'm going to stop the stream, and when I do, a lot of people, quite honestly and quite reasonably, are going to depart for other things because you have your own things to do with your day. The problem is then when they're like, oh yeah, we'll be back, sometimes people don't come back. So I really need and hope that people will be able to be monitoring enough that they'll be able to swing back here at 3:30 Eastern when I will go live again. And again, I don't yet know if it'll be live with, it's not going to be Dune today, but I don't know whether it's going to be live with a game being played by the rest of the crew, of the Dune crew, or whether it's going to be me doing a Choose Your Own Adventure finish up thing with all of chat, which would be fun as well, doing the Star Wars Choose Your Own Adventure, or what. There'll be something happening at that. So 2 p.m. Well, I don't know about 2 p.m. You mean 3? Oh yeah, 2 p.m. Central. Yeah, but 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I would say not that early. I would say 3:20, p.m. Yeah, exactly. Something like that, just to sort of get some people back on board would be great. That would be cool. Anything that people can figure out that would allow them to do something for 3:30 Eastern, to bringing people back on here would be great. And Shadowed, if you can reach out to me in Discord, actually, that would be lovely. I know also that everybody has got work and stuff like that. So I want to emphasize, if you're not in the States, you have work. So I want to emphasize no pressure and nothing like that for people to be here. It's already been a very successful and very fun weekend, and it's been great for everybody all. So I'm really grateful to everyone who's been a part of that. But we're just trying to, juggle a few things here as we head over the finish line. So the status is we are sitting at, hi, Dragonspawn, we are sitting at 44.84.44. Okay. We are almost to, we are literally less than $530 away now. I believe that's right. $520 actually. We are less than $520 away from our goal of 5,000, so we're really, really close. But we can't do the Dune premiere today because of the previously mentioned GM injury. So I will be back at 3:30, either with an alternative tabletop game played for all of you by some lovely folks, or with me doing the Star Wars Choose Your Own Adventure thing, finishing that up at 3:30. But something will be there at 3:30, and then we will be back after that. So in the meantime, what will be lovely is if I turn back on the stream and realize that we were already at our goal starting up at 3:30. That would be awesome. So if we could do that. But exclamation point donate is what you can do to get to that Tiltify page where you can donate. We take PayPal, credit card, anything like that. And it really does make a difference. It's been a really wonderful event so far, and I'd really love to end it off super well if we can do that going forward. So I will play the video outro here, but we will be back at 3:30 Eastern. So please mark your calendars. Please let everybody know. We will be back here at 3:30. In the meantime, enjoy your lunches / breakfast / dinners, depending on where you are in the world. Enjoy your breaks. We'll be back here at 3:30 to finish off ArvCon 2024. Until then, much love, everybody. I will see you folks soon. And bye for now. See you in a bit.